Hey, what's up guys? Sick here. Today I'm going to be doing a quick tutorial on Unholy Death Knight PvP. It's probably going to be multi-parted, but I'm going to be going over enchants, talents, glyphs, gems, and reforging. And if all works out, I'll probably be doing a small little guide in Arena showing some basic rotations, even though there aren't really rotations in PvP. But I'm going to be just kind of showing you guys generally how to play Unholy DK in Arena. The reason I'm making this video is because there are no Unholy Death Knight PvP guides that I could find on YouTube besides one that I could barely understand, and the quality was so god awful that I did not learn a thing, and I ended up just having to mess up in Arena a bunch of times until I finally learned. So yeah. So I'm going to be making this as hopefully a way to help you guys get better, faster, and easily, unlike me. So enough of me talking, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start here with the all-important talents. There are several different ways to spec Unholy, and I'll go over that in a minute, all of which are for different just play styles and also different comps. For running threes, some for more dots, and some for just more burst. Because Unholy DK, unlike Frost, does not have a very large burst. They do have a burst, but they just can't burst as often as a Frost DK, being their burst on pretty much a 1 minute cooldown without the trinket. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. So, you're going to put 2 in Unholy Command, 3 in Virulence for extra dot damage, and obviously decrease the cooldown of your Death Grip. It's a must. I don't normally... Epidemic, in my opinion, is a waste of talent points because you're going to be keeping your dots up with Plague Strikes, Chains, and Festering Strikes anyway. So, needing the increased duration is kind of a waste. 2/2 Desecration. You need Desecration. It's a must. Resilient Infection. You don't need that, and I'll go over why in a second. Morbidity increases damage, Death Coil, and D&D. That's important. Runic Corruption. 2/2. 1 in Unholy Frenzy, obviously. Shadow and Fission. Death Advance. Makes you OP as fuck. Magic Suppression. More OP. Okay, and here's Rage of Rivendare. This is how you spec if you're more into the bursting type of Unholy, which is what I'm... What do you... Get out of here. This is how you spec if you're more into bursting Unholy, because it increases your damage of Scourge Strike, which is right here, and that helps a lot, especially in 2s and such. So I have 3 of 3 in there, and this is Unholy Blight. It allows your diseases not to be dispelled. That is why I don't have Resilient Infection, because they just pretty much counter each other. So, and it turns your Death Coil into a dot, so that's more damage. That's always nice. AMZ, Unholy Presence, Dark Trans, even Plaguebringer. Okay, now Sudden Doom. This is kind of like where you play around with your points a little bit to where it's personal preference. I have 1 of 3 in Sudden Doom, so I can get 2 of 2 in Endless Winter, because otherwise your mind, you could go, 1 of 2 and then 2 of 2 here. It's all based on how you like to play. I prefer to always be able to interrupt whenever I want to, regardless, because let's say I rune dump for some reason, and they start casting something, and I don't have enough power to get it, and it drives me insane. So that's a little pet peeve of mine. I prefer to have that. Spec into Frost, Lynchborn, increase that, and not that. I used to go into Bladed Armor for the attack power, which I was actually thinking of doing instead of specking into Rage of Rivendare, put it into Bladed Armor. And Sudden Doom. It's just all based on how you like to play. So that's pretty much that. Let's go for glyphs. For your prime glyphs, you're gonna have Glyph of Raised Dead, Scourge Strike, again for the burst, and Glyph of Death Coil. I use this for lack of just a better glyph. You know, it increases the damage. So yeah. Range of your Death Grip, and AMS, and Strang. That's always nice. Then, oh, I'm sorry, this isn't for the lack of a better glyph. This is better. This is like the best one you should have. I'm talking about this one. Your Death Coil refunds 20 power when used to heal an allied minion. That's really good. So, and there's your Horn and then Resilient Grip. So, those are your glyphs. So, let's go over and check out the enchants. Alright, so for your enchants, gems, and reforging, Unholy DKs prefer, obviously, your hit cap, which is, yep, 4.9.9, close, really, really close, 5% hit cap. You're going to want a hit cap, then you're going to want to get pretty much as much haste as possible. Haste is amazing for reforging, that is. You're just going to reforge anything that isn't haste to haste, obviously, respecting your hit cap. So, my helm, it already has haste, yeah, just reforge to haste. You're going to want to gem for strength and strength resilience. Do not gem for mastery because Unholy Death Knight mastery is really lame. I'm just going to show you through all of my pieces of gear here so you can see what's going on with them. Standard enchants on helm and light pieces. I use the Cataclysmic Gladiator's War Boots of the Clarity for Unholy because they do have haste. They provide a lot more haste than, let me see if I have them. Yep, right here, the War Boots of Cruelty. This gives a crit bonus as opposed to haste, so these are way better for Unholy. The rings, blah 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 blah. Yeah, and I'm a Worgen, so I have to have my trinket. I don't have a passive one, which would be really nice. Anyway, so you're gonna reforge for haste, gem for strength and resil, and obviously your spell pen here. You're gonna want to get 195 spell pen. That's a must because you could go for 200. That accounts for racial resistance, but it's no big deal. So that's pretty much all you need to know for Unholy DK, gear and gem and talent wise. I will be doing a pretty much basic rotation video soon if you guys like. That will be soon to come. So thanks for watching, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe. See you next time.